Hey guys, I usually do my videos inside the house, but I'm actually just gonna sit by this tree today and just do it this way because I think it's good to switch things up sometimes. Today I want to talk to you guys about the bad being good. Yeah, you heard me, the bad being good. Now, I say that not as a supervillain. This video isn't about to be me trying to convince you guys to do a bunch of bad stuff. No, what I mean by the bad is, at a fundamental level, for example, as kids, when something is kind of like this, it gives you this feeling. It's kind of like an uncomfortability. It's like, it's bad. I don't like it. It's making me feel irritated. It's making me feel a way I don't want to feel currently. The bad being the uncomfortable. Being undeniably good. And this is something that everyone at one point or another realizes. It actually has a term as well. It's called asceticism. The idea that certain things exist that we know there is a relationship that the worse it feels, the better it probably is. I'll give you an example. When you eat as an adult, as say a 35-year-old, when you eat a donut, you taste it and it tastes amazing. You're like, oh man, I just want to keep eating this again and again. It is good, but you know it's actually bad because it's good. You feel as though the sugar is too much for you, and if you eat it too much, you'll become fat. Just a simple example. Another one, so that's an example of the good being bad, but an example of the bad being good, the core of what we're talking about, although they're the same thing essentially. If you eat, or if you take a medicine, if you try to, you know how it is, you try to give a medicine to a little kid, and it tastes terrible. They're like, ew, icky. But you're like, dude, eat it, it's good for you. Whenever we say it's good for you, we're not saying it's good. We're not saying it tastes good. We're not saying it feels good. We're saying it's good for you, meaning it will improve you. It is beneficial for you. Now, why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I've seen this rule play itself many times now in the past year or so, and I think it's a very important topic that relates heavily to exercise. We had some speakers, so I had the pleasure to be part of a team that works on advertising at an agency in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the agency focuses a lot on psychology, focuses on why people do the things they do, behavior. And because of this, they hosted an event that had a lot to do with motivations, people, and why they act the way they do. And in this event, there were many PhD speakers. It was a big event. It was very renowned, There were about 6 speakers. Most of the speakers actually were not very remarkable. They had a lot of great things to say, but They didn't package it. They didn't string it together in a very amazing way, weirdly enough. But there were 3 speakers that really made you think. 2 speakers that had you like, whoa. And 1 speaker that made the entire event very, very worthwhile. That 1 speaker is what I want to talk about now. The speaker talked about how people at a natural level enjoy doing things that bring them pain. In a way, he was saying that we are kind of all masochistic. And also that the things that we do that bring us pain bring us fulfillment, make us happy as well. I remember he said that he made the joke. He showed a chart of of parents and their happiness levels before they have children, and then when they have children, during, and then after, when they're empty nesters. And he said something like, strangely enough, happiness levels go down when these people have kids. Anyway, he strung together a lot of information in a way that was artful, that was coherent, that made you think and made you come away with something, and made you have a perspective while not having a perspective at the same time, something that's very difficult to do. He didn't inject his opinion, yet he did as well. His opinion was that we are all very strange. And I think I agree. We're masochistic in a way. And the bad is good, weirdly enough. You know, this idea of asceticism, it's such a strong rule that it still exists. It's like, of course, it's like, of course, doing the good thing is probably going to be easier. And of course, the easier thing is probably going to be the thing that doesn't get you far, that doesn't allow you to accomplish much. Of course it's like that. If it was easy, everyone would do it. You know, we look at all these celebrities, we look at all these very successful people, and we say, they must just be more lucky than me. You know, I hear people complaining all the time. They were born in the wealth. They blah 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 blah. They X Y Z A B C D E F G. But deep in everyone's heart, or deep in a lot of people's heart, I believe that we understand that in order to accomplish the things you want to accomplish, it's not a matter of luck. It is a matter of hunkering down and doing the things you don't want to do. And so, this is a very fascinating topic to me. And I think the way that anyone watching this should apply it to their lives, and very, very specifically to exercise, is when you don't want to do it, that's probably exactly when you should do it. That last rep, that extra pull, you know, it's like, if you do it, then you get a sense of fulfillment, and you're like, man, I'm so happy I did that. If you don't do it, then you don't actually realize you miss out on much, And that actually might be the scariest thing. It's like you don't have, it's not that you get this like overloading like feeling of regret. You actually don't. When you, to be passive is actually a very easy thing, and it's actually easy to also feel content in passiveness. But when you do decide to challenge yourself, although it's not always, and I should also say, it's not always the right thing to do the thing that is bad, good, the difficult thing. It's not always right. Sometimes the easy way is actually the best way. But when you do actually challenge yourself, you do end up finding out that it was all worthwhile. So please, I beg of you, challenge yourself. Keep an open mind, keep doing, and stay positive. Thanks.